The fact that Abdul Ezedi has not been found suggests the Daily Telegraph claims that Ezedi has thrown himself in the river or has come to harm. Commander John Saville has said that either he has come to harm or someone is looking after him, and he's not been outside for some time. And those are the two hypotheses. And hours of CCTV have been examined, and so far there's no further sign of him. He last used his card for the tube on Wednesday, hasn't been seen since, and the force has said that it's painstaking operation, which doesn't seem to have involved boots on the ground. It seems to involve just people looking at CCTV. I don't quite understand that. I would have thought the real thing is to get out and start going to door to try and find out what's happened to this man, and if he has in fact jumped in the Thames or has come to some harm or is being hidden. I should have thought there would be somebody who would know, and somebody who would know would mean talking to people, not spending your time looking at CCTV. I think we're too much in hock to computers, and we think computers have all the answers. Computers only have the answers that we have programmed into them, and even with AI, computers can only be developed according to a set of rules that we have given them. So when computers go wrong, we can think of Horizon. When computers go wrong, it's because of the way they're originally programmed, not because they have made a mistake. They're simply following the program that was set up. The problem with AI is that initial program, once it's been worked through, once it's been developed by the computer's intelligence, the original programmers could not have anticipated where that intelligence would go, and that's why this is sort of a dangerous game to rely on computers. It is a relief that the children have now been discharged. The woman who was attacked remains in a critical condition and may lose the sight of her right eye. And it's also now known that the woman herself is an Afghan, but it's not known when she travelled to the UK. It's also not confirmed that the children are his children. In fact, I think the assumption is that they're not. It is also confirmed that he had claimed to be Catholic, and that the claim was that a Catholic priest had spoken for him in his asylum. That asylum had effectively been accepted. However, the Catholic Church now says that it has no record of any priest who has given that advice, which is quite interesting, that there's a sort of a move back from that particular position. Catholicism now takes a more mild view of suicide, if that's what's happened to him. Islam doesn't. Islam continues with... There's an interesting hadith where the Prophet... suicide is absolutely condemned, I think, twice in the Quran. And in one of the hadiths, the Prophet is confronted by one of his companions who has been fatally injured and is in terrible pain, and he begs that somebody will kill him and put him out of his misery. And I think that happens, and the Prophet says, better for that man never to have been born. And he doesn't attend the funeral. And the tradition in Islam is that in situations where there is a suicide, the victim is buried according to the Islamic customs, but the imam tends not to attend the service. So Uh, I think this man sounds as if he was in great trouble and great anguish. But there is no excuse for causing such harm to other people, really. No excuse at all. But I think the Home Office's approach to asylum is not helpful to mental health and is not helpful to the stability of our society. It is the job of the Home Office to provide a secure environment in our country. That is why it's called the Home Office. The environment that the Home Office is currently providing, I think, is far from secure.